recording. All right, so they're doing some stuff. Here you go. Come on over.
Oh, you sit right there.
Okay, I stay right here.
So if everyone didn't know, Antonio is a pastor of a church that he planted 7 years ago. He is celebrating his 7-year anniversary as pastor, as well as the 7-year birthday for the church. So throughout the week, we're just posting about him and celebrating him and surprising him. So today, our wonderful church secretary, who, ladies and gentlemen.
No, you gotta come over now.
Yeah.
Work out. Come on over. No. This screen is doing the recording. There you go.
Hello, everyone.
There he is. It's a Kanye West flag. No, stay on camera.
So she has made some wonderful cake pops. These are for you.
Pop.
Cake pops. They're little cake balls on sticks. Cake pops.
You're not on camera.
And then we have some designer Oreos. Those are for you as well.
Okay. Messing up my vegan diet. Okay. Let me just tell you, this is a good mess up though. These are vegan Oreos?
Yes, vegan Oreos.
Okay. Vegan Oreos. These are vegan Oreos. Got you.
And then we have designer Rice Krispie treats.
Vegan designer.
Vegan designer Rice Krispie treats.
Speak over.
And the colors are green and blue because we know that blue is your favorite color.
Right.
And green represents,
money?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's exactly what it means.
We'll take
Exactly.
money. And then chocolate represents fat stomach.
Yeah.
Got you. All right.
Vegan chocolate.
Vegan chocolate.
Vegan chocolate.
Vegan chocolate. Vegan chocolate. Thank you very much. I sure appreciate you. Thank you very much. Well, you know what? I am a chocolate brother. This space is put well together. I am grateful when whoever made me said, you know what, let's make this space perfect. And that's what happened, Chantel. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Thank you. You gone? You jump on call? You gotta go? You gonna be on the call? Okay, good. All right. Well, that made us record early. I'm grateful. Appreciate y'all. If you desire this, now actually this is not an if you desire. You want me to hold them so you can take pictures? Okay. That's okay. It's already recorded and stuff. Come on in. Come on, Grayson, help me out. Now, I'm gonna still make my announcement while they are honoring me. Okay. There we go. Appreciate you. Now, if you are, it's good. It's good to be appreciate you. Thank y'all very much. That's candy, man. That's a lot of candy. That's a lot of stomach swellers. Stomach swellers and toilet messer uppers. That's what that is. I know, I'm recording. Well, this is me. Ain't no sense of being, is it disgenuine or that's not a word? Ingenuine. All right. Yeah, I do understand, Ken. This is a good opportunity to have your stomach swollen. This is a very good opportunity. Well, I'm glad we got to record. This is kind of fun we have around the office. We do who got the next? I got the next birthday. 2 in a row then. 2 in a row. Look at that. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. The internet's your last opportunity to get rich. It is. And you're not taking it as seriously as you should. So what we want to do is I want you to do yourself a favor and just go out there and do something different, okay? I can't tell you enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start early since we're recording, okay? Is that fair? I want to get into it. Remember, there is a very strong Q&A coming, okay? A strong Q&A coming. And, of course, if you watch this replay and you work for me, with me, or in my network, you should have been here 30 minutes ago. Yes? All right, so here we go. I want you to pay attention to these 2 things, and I'm going to do them early so I can get into the meat of the presentation. It'll be 2 videos. I want you to see something. I'll explain them. But if you ever heard of net neutrality, You're about to find out. If you don't know it, you're about to get educated. So here we go.
Net neutrality explained. Net neutrality, or the open internet, is the idea that internet service providers, or ISPs, are considered common carriers or public utilities. That means that ISPs must provide access to all websites and data equally, regardless of their content. Let's say you're streaming your favorite show from website 1, watching sports on website 2, and reading the news on website 3. Under the current regulation, ISPs are legally required to provide those sites to you at the same speed. Opponents of the current regulation claim the ISPs would recognize that you like website 1 and allow the website or the consumer to pay a premium to fast-track the streaming from that site. Ajit Pai is the chairman of the Federal Communications Commission, which regulates communications by radio, TV, wire, satellite, and cable. He thinks rolling back the regulation will help investment, innovation, and job creation by creating more flexibility for ISPs. Supporters of the current regulation claim ISPs could take that information and slow down streaming, what's called throttling, of your favorite show from website 1. That would encourage you to watch shows on website 2 or 3, where you previously preferred to watch sports or read the news. The FCC will vote on December 14th, 2017.
Monday.com is a team management tool that changed my life because my day used to be wasted on the marketing news.
Oh, I did that wrong. There we go.
Does this bother you? What if you had to pay to make it go away? We often assume that all the information on the internet is equally accessible. It's not quite as simple as that, but this ideal is the basis of net neutrality. It's an issue that's been on the agenda in the US for years, but it actually affects people all over the world. Here's the problem. Without net neutrality, your internet service provider, or ISP, such as BT or Comcast, could influence what you see and how quickly you see it. In order for you to watch YouTube, browse Facebook, or read the news, you need an ISP to connect you to that content. Net neutrality demands that ISPs should treat all web traffic the same. Let's think about that in terms of real traffic. The ISPs are like the road between Tech City, where companies like Amazon and Google are based, and Consumerville, where you live. These companies have to send information along the road, which is owned by the ISP. Currently, vehicles from Google and vehicles from a small company travel on the same road at the same speed. The ISP cannot favor one over the other, but the Google van cannot overtake its competitor's little car. But imagine the road is converted into a highway with a fast and slow lane. To access the fast lane, companies have to pay the ISP more money. This favors big companies who can afford to pay. Some companies might even be denied access to the road altogether. It would be the ISP's choice. Without net neutrality, the ISP highway has stopped treating all traffic the same. What does this mean for you? Well, without net neutrality, you might find some services slow down unless your favorite sites pay the ISPs. This has happened before. In 2014, before net neutrality regulations were enshrined in law in the US, Comcast customers noticed Netflix streaming speeds plummeting. It wasn't until Netflix agreed to pay Comcast more money that streaming speeds shot up again. It could also lead to higher prices for you. ISPs could charge premium prices for people who want to watch a video or listen to music at peak times. And if companies are forced to pay for the fast lane, the price increase might be pushed back onto the consumer. That means you could end up paying more to browse your favorite sites. You might even notice a decrease in the quality of content. While larger companies can afford to pay up for better service delivery, smaller companies may not be able to keep up. Less competition means less pressure to improve products and services. And if smaller companies fold, the consumer will have less choice. ISPs could choose to slow down content of any kind. Let's take the business of streaming video. If Netflix makes an arrangement with an ISP, the ISP could block Netflix's competitors from reaching customers. Many ISPs have started their own streaming services, which favor their own content and block competitors out completely. And it's not just about business. They could also censor content that they disagree with. ISPs argue that if there was less regulation and they were able to charge a premium for faster service, they could reinvest the money in better infrastructure. This could include improved access for people in remote and rural areas. If popular services like YouTube are putting more strain on the ISP's network, it makes sense for them to pay more anyway, right? But YouTube would say it's not their job to improve the internet, just as it's not BMW's job to build better roads. What's more, many argue that any extra money paid to ISPs would really just go into the pockets of shareholders. One thing's certain, net neutrality creates a level playing field which spurs innovation. Small companies can easily challenge competitors, which motivates them both to improve their products. Small startups have a fighting chance to grow and even surpass their big rivals. That's how Facebook rose from humble origins in Mark Zuckerberg's university dorm room to domination over market leader MySpace. ISPs also argue that any consumers who don't like the way they operate can always choose to switch providers. But it's not that simple. Many people only have access to adequate broadband from one internet provider in their area. Without net neutrality, that one ISP could have a lot of control over what those consumers get to see online. So what do you think? Should net neutrality rules be protected, loosened a little, or even scrapped altogether?
All right, I'm going to use that as the basis of this phone call so you can understand something. That the name of this call is "The Internet is Your Very Last Chance to Get Rich." Okay, everyone just sound off and repeat that after me. The internet, let me hear you, is your very last chance.
Is your very last chance
to get rich.
To get rich.
Now, that sounds dramatic, even melodramatic, but it's not. It is facts. Here's net neutrality summed up. Now, we voted in April 2017. They actually voted against net neutrality. That means your Congress, which I'm not here to fight that fight, your head of the FCC, which I'm not here to fight that fight, this current administration, which I'm not here to fight that fight, unrolled the Obama era protections of Chantel and Clarice and Daryl and Laurel, okay? All that happened to John, to Denise, and to Tempest, and to Deanna. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not here to fight the political fight. I am here to tell you, that's why we started early, that the internet is your last chance to be absolutely, unequivocally filthy rich, or even live a comfortable life. Here's net neutrality in a sense. Net neutrality says, hey, you got to treat everybody equally if they got the internet. And they're trying to stop that. Now, they voted against it, so it should be stopped, but the masses of people who are like me and understood this appealed it, and so now it's in appeals. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. And think about this very, very carefully before I just do my very best to blow your mind. You need to get started right now. I'll rewind, press play. I want you to think about this very carefully, Jerome. You need to get started right now. The next time I tell you to put out content, I need you to know that there is a force greater than you that doesn't want you to put out that content and be rich. Please, let me explain. The internet made me rich, filthy rich. It just did. I know you don't see color, but I'm black. I know y'all don't see that. I know. We got our non-color glasses on. I know, and that's good. I appreciate you. But I'm black, and I'm not just black. I'm from the hood. And my mother is still on drugs today. Okay? I'm 37. She got on drugs at 33 years ago. Do you understand what I'm saying? She's still on drugs. My dad is doing life in prison with the possibility of parole. Black, from the hood, life in prison, crackhead dad with respect, drug addict mom with respect. There's no way I should be rich. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But I stumbled across MySpace in 2005, got a bit popular, and then took that to Facebook in 2009. and figured out a few things, and I cashed in. The internet, Chantel, made me rich. It made me relevant. It made me famous. It made me a, I don't know, C or B level celebrity, one of them, on the way to A level. I need you to process this information. And if you're not processing this information, let me say it to you in a way that I want all of you to understand. The next time I tell you to put out content, stop waiting for it to be perfect to put it out. Because there is a force that I call the dominant culture. Now, you can put a meaning on that, whatever you want. The internet, lean in, it's unregulated. It's the only place that the dominant culture cannot control. If you think oil, there's clearly a dominant culture that controls oil, yes? If you think communication, yes? If you think government, yes? If you think foreign government, yes? If you think immigration, yes? There's not a single piece of planet Earth that the dominant culture is not controlling. As a matter of fact, we have a space force now. We've added a sixth branch of the military, and now we are controlling space. That's really happening. Am I making sense here? That's really, really happening. Are you understanding what I'm saying? The dominant culture controls space, crops, corn, gas, computers, your job. You can't even get car insurance without them running your credit. You understand what I'm saying? But what they don't control, Clarice, is the internet. And see, that should have made some of you happy. Because I just told you, I'm black. I know y'all don't know it. My mother is still on drugs, jail multiple times. My father's doing a life bid right now. He's been in jail since 97. This is not 97, Chantel. It is not 97, okay? Now, both were on drugs, and I grew up in the hood of the hood to where crack was more available than bottled water. As a matter of fact, I grew up where they said, you talk white, you understand, and the only time we saw white people was if you were the insurance man or a cop. That's where I grew up. But today, I'm rich. Now, I don't mean to make this about race or something, anything like that. I mean to tell you that the internet is the last opportunity that you have to be rich, and they're trying to take it away from you because 500,000, as of 2018, 500,000 millionaires were in America last year. See, they're trying to take it away because you are now a threat if you learn how to do this internet stuff. See, what's supposed to happen is Femi is supposed to get to a certain age, and I'm supposed to be able to push him out but control him first. Wow. How many of you know someone, parent, grandparent, that got forced to retirement? Right? But before I forced you, I stopped you from getting as a matter of fact, the reason you got forced out because you cost too much. I need to hire somebody younger that I could pay lower. And seasoned folk in my line, Jerome said, look, let that happen to me. They pushing people out of everything. And now, and hear me well, this is the most important lesson that I've taught. Well, I'm going to do this very different. I'm going to teach, and I'm going to open it up for an extremely long Q&A, okay? Extremely long Q&A. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to let you ask every question. If you just logged on, I showed 2 net neutrality videos. Net neutrality, in a sense, in layman term, says that the internet must have the same internet for Darius that CNN has, and you can't stop that because Darius has an equal opportunity to be as rich as CNN. Mark Zuckerberg took Facebook out the dorm room and literally dominated the market's holder, MySpace. Antonio T. Smith Jr. is completely disrupting both the education field and the motivational speaking field. It makes, if you've known me for 2 years, I was already big 2 years ago, but now you can't even wrap your mind around where I'm at now. Why? Because the internet says I can do what the hell I want to do. The internet says we are even. Can I push that further? The internet says you can be racist in the world, but racism can't stop me on the internet. Can I push that further? The internet says you can call me 65 and done in the world, but on the internet, if I know how to do it, I can hang with anybody. If you master the internet, you never have to retire and become a Walmart breeder. If you master the internet, you can live in California and buy real estate properties in Oklahoma. I'll prove it to you. Grace, which one of y'all do the dirty dozens real well? Is that you? All right, you got your dirty dozen ready. Pull up your dirty dozen. If you are somebody that masters the internet, you never have to be lapped or controlled by someone who's trying to take it from you. I say again, the name of this message, this class today, it's free. It's Robin. The internet is the absolute last chance that you get to be rich. Period. It is the 1849 gold rush. As a matter of fact, you've never seen it. It's bigger than that. It's completely unregulated. And the dominant culture is trying to regulate it because they're getting tired of creating more laws to protect their wealth when Clarice is coming for it. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got your dirty dozen put up? All right, now I want to show you this real quick. The internet is so cold that Deanna can look at a property in Vermont, look at the pictures, and then immediately, she does this for me and Tempest, okay? Me and Tempest own some real estate companies. That's all we'll say on a recorded line, as the IRS don't need to have all that. You understand what I'm saying? They don't need to have all that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Deanna is going to show you what she does for us, and she does it over the internet. If you ever want to know how to do real estate, if you ever want to do real estate from Texas in another place, here we go. Deanna, unmute your mic and just regale us with some numbers. Pretend she's looking at a property, and all 12 of them are messed up, Deanna. How much is it going to cost?
Okay, so you are looking at the square foot. Your roofing depends on the square footage. So if the square footage of your house is 2,500, then you're looking at you're looking at 5,000 divided by 100. 50. So you're looking at $50 per square, and that's for your roofing.
You can see that from looking at the picture online.
Yes. Yes, you can. You can tell the type of roofing by looking at it. Your paint is going to be $1.50 per square foot.
Do we automatically want to paint the house every time?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Go to the next
one. Okay. Your next one are your windows. If the windows look brand new, you want to keep them. If not, it's going to be $100 per window. If you have to change like the frame itself, it's going to be $350 per window.
Right there. Now, she's doing this, Chantel, by looking at pictures from some realtor. Now, I know everybody ain't like that, but Adonia sure did. She got a little money saved up, and she getting that real estate real hard. She said, "You mean to tell me I can get really close to my repair value, okay, my repair cost, so I can get my after repair value of like, yeah, you can do it. Bottom line, you can do all that over the internet. And what they are trying to do, Darius, is goes, nah, slow it down so she can't do that. ATS Business University. I teach people how to become millionaires. They try to say, nah, Fendi, nah. Slow that down. Slow that down. Stay where you at. You get it? Gary Vee says this here. If you're not creating content and distributing it on 7 to 10 social media apps or social media platforms, you are fundamentally irrelevant in today's society. Gary Vee says, if you are not creating content and stretching it across 7 to 10 platforms, you are fundamentally irrelevant in today's society. Now, some of you are going to push back against this. Some of you are going to say, I'm not irrelevant. No, that's not the case. But yes, you are, because you're only thinking about now. You're not thinking about later. And I'll bring it up here in a little bit. But you need to know, I'm telling you, if y'all knew, by show of hands, do me a favor. I want y'all to see this here. By show of hands, who heard of me last year? Watch this here. I want to show y'all something. 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah, I'm raising my hand too, Antonio.
You're raising your hand too. Okay. Who heard of me 2 years ago? Look at that. Look at them hands go down. 3 years ago. It's my staff. At this point, it's just my staff. Right? 4 years ago. Now, why is it that just in that little bitty time frame, you go from 100 to 4 people, right? It makes no sense. But it does make sense because, Darius, I am relevant over 7 to 10 platforms. And I drop content every day. So the next time I tell you, drop content, Jerome, you need to recognize 2 things. Content will make you relevant. And if you're a resource, you will make money. And there is a dominant culture that don't want you to have access to the internet. Do you understand? Is somebody getting this? I'm doing my very best to stay as nice as possible, right? But I can assure you that dominant culture don't care about race whatsoever. Care about money. Black, white, Jew, or Gentile, you will be oppressed if you let them do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see why I told y'all to share this call? Gary Vee says, if you, that tip is know me the longest, that po baby. If you are not creating content and distributing it over 7 to 10 platforms in today's society, you're irrelevant. You are absolutely irrelevant. So what's 7 to 10? You got the big 4, right? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, okay? Right, you can do that. You got podcasts, email, look, that's 6 right there, right? You get it? And then some other weird thingy. Blog, that's a platform. You get me? All that works. Zoom, that's a platform. Text message. All of these are platforms, and you need to be dominating. Now, and YouTube. I don't know why I didn't bring up YouTube. YouTube. I just listed 8 right there, or 8 or 9. That fast. That was 9. Now, Antonio T. Smith Jr. says this: the internet is the greatest invention of mankind since the written word. I've been saying it for 2 years now. The internet is the greatest invention of mankind except for the written word. And I personally would like to put it above the written word, but we can't code without the written word. So it's not possible. The internet, in 2008, I lost everything in ice. In 2009, because of the internet, I bought 5 houses. I learned how to do real estate over the internet, Darius. I'm not lying. I had a Cricket phone. I don't know if y'all know about that. It's like Metro PCS. All right, look, bro, I ain't had no money. You understand what I'm saying? I had a Cricket phone, and I couldn't even afford that $45 a month. Let me just tell you, I couldn't. I was on 3G, and I sat there, and I didn't watch no videos, couldn't do it. I had to read. I was still using MapQuest. My phone didn't even have no GPS in it. That was rich folk stuff. I couldn't even do that at the time. But I used it. I used it to get me to a level so I ain't got to worry about money. I have no worries about money whatsoever. Period. If I die, tippers are straight. You understand what I'm saying? The internet is the greatest invention of mankind. So the next time I tell you, put out some content, you need to put it out because your window of getting rich is losing its power because they are trying to stop the internet from being fair, wild, and free. As of last year, this was recorded in 2019, the income taxes of 2018 for 323 million Americans, 500,000 of them were millionaires. Last month, Forbes just reported the most billionaires in world history. And in order for you to get on the top 200, you had to have at least 20 billion. That's insane. At $250 million, you won't even scratch Forbes' list. That's crazy. Because when you was growing up, 250 million was a big deal. Bill Gates was the richest man in the world with it. We realistically have the opportunity to see, before I die, the first trillionaire in world's history. That don't make no sense, y'all. We got $3 trillion companies. 2 people, Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, in the $100 billion club. 100 billion. Cat Williams say, you ought to be able to just point down the street and say billion, and people just die just from just billion in their direction and they fall out. That's a lot of money. The internet is the greatest invention of mankind. So here's some real internet data for you. Almost 3 billion people will be on social media by 2020. I want every last one of them, Shannon. Every last one of them. When I started ATS Business University, which I already knew I was going to take it into the market it was. Femi, you're going to love this here. When I started this here, they told me, well, you know what? You should be realistically thinking about, 400,000 customers total. I said, for what? Because I had a goal in beta. And I'm keeping me in beta the whole first year, right? Beta to get 400,000 customers. You know what I'm saying? They went, look, these were smart people. Well, don't do that, Antonio. That's not making sense. Let me tell you what I did. I killed these smart people with my 2 thumbs. I got on my phone, kept it like this, and I Googled Mary Kay distributors. And Google told me they got 2.3 million distributors worldwide. Now, I said, if makeup can go 2.3 million people, why is not liberating the middle class and teaching them to be millionaires not going to go further than that? I'm talking to somebody. The internet is the greatest invention of mankind. 3 billion people. It's only 7.2 billion people on the planet. Almost half of them would be on the internet. That don't make no sense. We might have some new pyramids coming across. Something is going to happen. With that many people connected to each other, we've never seen in the world, unless you let History Channel and Ancient Aliens tell it, all the mankind connected like that. You never seen it. Here's some more data for you. 75% of male internet users are on Facebook. 83% of 83% of internet users are women. Have y'all checked my demographics lately? Have you looked at this call? This call is dominated by a certain type of woman. This call is dominated by attractive, professional women that is tired of your BS, okay, and sufficient enough to have their own. I attract those people. And the men, I only attract one type of male. The man that says, bruh, I like what you're doing. I'm confident enough in me. Let's do it together. I ain't even tripping. Anybody weak, they won't follow me. They just won't. They just won't. I'm too young for some. I'm too strong for others. The men who follow me, they're independent. They take out the trash on time. They ain't even tripping. Look, bruh, I hope you get everything you want. I'm going to get what I want on the way, too. You understand what I'm saying? They're the kind of men that say, hey, don't tell me what your pastor said. Come on. I run this house. Yeah, that was an inside joke. Y'all don't worry about that one, though. All right. LinkedIn currently has 450 million users. Snapchat, LinkedIn has 450 million users. There's 323 million in America. Come on. So the next time you tell me I can't make money on LinkedIn, for what? There's 450 million of them out there. LinkedIn has 450 million user profiles. And this data right here is 2 years old. Snapchat reaches 41% of people 18 to 34. Instagram has overtaken that, and Instagram reaches 40%. YouTube reaches more 18 to 49-year-olds than any cable network provider in the world combined. So next time you tell me, man, you know what I'm saying, I just ain't got no followers on YouTube, you better keep posting. The name of this class is very simple. The internet is your very last opportunity to become rich. It's the last one. You have never seen a greater transfer of attention. It's the last one. And they are trying to regulate it so a Ladonia don't get to compete with Coca-Cola. Think about it. If they regulated, Netflix would have never put out Blockbuster. If you think I'm lying, how many of you go to a small country or a small county, you know, rural, and your internet speed cut in half? Or maybe you don't have that small country problem, but as soon as you use up so much data, they cut your speed in half. It's terrible, ain't it? Terrible. Imagine living like that all the time. This is how comfortable we've gotten with the internet. Imagine being on dial-up all the time. The 5G that America and China are warring about, that's what the trade war is about. The 5G, you can look this up on the internet yourself. I'm a data guy. 5G, this is 4G. 5G lets you download a full HD movie, quote me, in 3.2 seconds. We are living in the future. You ain't never in your life downloaded a whole movie in 3.2 seconds. A 26 gig HD movie in 3.2 seconds. That means if it's less than 26 gigs, that means if you open up a website, it's almost instantaneous. It does away with buffering forever. It connects cities like flying cars. And that's the truth. Now, you could, gonna save you from writing these down. I'm gonna paste them in chat because I'm gonna run through them real quick. Here's what y'all are accustomed to, and I'm talking to my older folk right now. You're accustomed to, if you want to be rich, you need to get you some income producing assets. Okay, I talk about it all the time. Income producing assets. Okay, if you want to get rich, get you some income producing assets. Here we go right here. I'll list them. Savings account, money market accounts, CDs or certificates of deposits, interest paying bonds, dividend paying stocks, peer-to-peer lending. That means give me some money to me, I'll flip it for you. Single family, I'm still from the hood. Single family rental houses, multi-family rental properties, duplexes, triplexes, quads, tycoon status. That could be apartment buildings. That's what I do. That's what Grace does. That's what Tempest does. Slumlord status, that's trailer parks, all that stuff like that. Them rundown hotels, you understand. Short-term rentals, vacation rentals, real estate trust, REIT, real estate investment trust, farmland, timberland, basic or businesses, laundromats, car washes, coffee shops, dive bars, franchises, websites, royalties. All of those is what all of you been taught. And all of you went, man, I would love to have that, but I ain't got no money. Come on, who did that? Who did that? Come on, there it is, right? That was your world. Can I tell you how my world works? Because the internet. I can use the internet to get that money and then go put money in those income producers' assets. There is no reason to say you don't have money with the internet. With the internet, I can sell a $20. Who thinks you can sell a $20 product? I'm interested to know this here. Anybody? Do you think you cannot? Let me do it that way. Who thinks you cannot sell something for $20? There's nobody. You can sell something for $20 to 50 people, make 10 grand. 500 people make 100 grand with the internet. This whole time, your goal, somebody's gonna get it. This whole time, your goal been to make 6 figures, and you can knock that off in 30 seconds. You get you a sales funnel, you literally, this is why it's trying to regulate the internet. You can sell $20 product to 500 people, make $100,000 in a day, in a month, to the point where you'll start saying, man, how can I do that in a day? How can I do that in an hour? You do know Mark Zuckerberg makes $1 million an hour, a second. Jeff Bezos makes $1 million a second. LeBron James is somewhere like $500,000 a second. It's insane. It doesn't make any sense. LeBron James is the first player in the NBA ever to make $1 billion in salary. $1 billion playing basketball. Makes no sense. Now, here's where we have a little fun. All of this has changed because of the internet. Everybody will need to write this down. This is going to have a religious tone, but it's not religious. The cell phone is the new God, whether you like that or not. Now, you can put lowercase g if that makes you feel better. Cell phone is the new God. It runs everything. The moment Steve Jobs created a smart computer that you can run with your thumb, the world changed. The moment they added 4G, actually, the moment they added 3G, where you could actually surf the real web. I don't know if y'all remember, but the way it used to work is sites had to do a mobile site, and it was complete. It was almost all hype. Some of it was low-level HTML, but it was rich text. They had to. Do you want to go to the main site? Remember, all the way at the bottom it says, "Would you like to see the main?" You don't do that no more. Because 3G got rid of that. 4G let you watch videos. Yes. 4G replaced how many of you right now, the only internet you have is your cell phone? Come on. You don't pay the internet for what? You don't pay the internet at the house. And if you do, it's just to connect your cell phone to it. Think about that. It's just to connect your cell phone to it. Come on. The internet is that serious. This is the last opportunity that you have to be filthy rich. Just rich. comfortable. Or to swipe your card at Walmart without praying over it. I'm going to be real, Jerome. That lie had 20 people in it. I looked. That thing say $23.23. I was like, man, I can't remember. My bank account balance said 21 or 23. Ooh, God, please don't let this lady embarrass me, because I ain't got no time for her. Sir, it declined. Wait, why you so loud? Wait a minute now. I got to get this little red light going on. You know, you embarrassed me. Now I'm sweating all under my arms because I really want to, do something, but I can't do nothing to you, but it's my fault anyway. You understand? I don't want to live like that. Now, that ain't for everybody. That's for those of you who know the struggle. If you done ate some ketchup sandwiches, some mayonnaise sandwiches, if Thanksgiving at your house lasts all the way to December 3rd, I'm talking to you, okay? I'm talking to you. If you know about chopping up the turkeys, I'm talking to you. That ain't for everybody. That's not for everybody. I want all of you to recognize that the cell phone is the new God. If you can find your way here, if you can find the way to dominate the attention of the cell phone, all of you will be rich. If you can put your business on the cell phone, all of you will be rich. I don't mean an app, but you can use an app. Hear me. If you can find your way to dominate the cell phone. Netflix. Actually, because I want you to believe me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Google this real quick. Netflix says Fortnite. There we go. Boom. I want to Google this for you because I didn't want you to think, oh, man, he's just talking. He just saying stuff. It's all good. He just out here talking. I want you to see something real quick. Let's see if we can make this make a little sense, okay? Share my screen, rinse around, rinse it off. Netflix says, while Netflix is hitting $16 billion in revenue in 2018, watch this here, but as far as Netflix is concerned, I'm sorry, let me back up. Somebody asked, hey, are you worried about all the other streaming services? Disney is taking away all the Marvel movies, Netflix. You know what Netflix said? We're not worried about Disney. We're not worried about these streaming. We're not worried about Amazon. As far as Netflix is concerned, its competition extends beyond other streaming services. Netflix says we compete and lose to Fortnite more than HBO. That should have blew your mind. Ain't no way in the world that should not have blown your mind. Netflix, a streaming service of television, says a video game is our problem, not other streaming services. These other streaming services are competing with Netflix. Netflix is smart enough to compete with Fortnite. You know why? Because it's only 24 hours in a day, and it's only so much screen time you can put in it. And you can't play the game and watch Netflix at the same time. Netflix is brilliant for even understanding that. Brilliant. People say, Antonio, you know what you ought to do, man? You ought to shorten it up, man. You ought to make sure that you do 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And I say no every time, Adonia. I say no. I got stuff for short stuff. Nobody else is giving away the content that I'm giving away. No one else is sharing their screen. No one else is showing their back office. No one else is showing you how to do ads. And I can't do that in 10 minutes. So I'd rather find the following that's going to be with me as long as it takes you to play Fortnite. If you haven't realized it, I am taking away, I'm Netflix competition for you. Think about it. I hold more people's time than Netflix. I really do. My average consumer is with me 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week. I have that much content. I drop it over and over. How can I not be in business when you with me 20 hours a week. I have no choice. So please do me a favor. The name of this class, I keep repeating that thing, right? Is the internet is the very last thing that you got to make yourself rich, Monty. Ain't nothing else gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I just showed you net neutrality. I showed you the video that says the dominant culture wants you to pay $19.99 for Facebook and Instagram, and then they want you to pay, well, go ahead and pay this $49 package, and we'll give you the internet too. We'll give you the browser where you can search. Oh, if you want to watch video, that's the $99.99 package. That's how they do it. That's net neutrality. That's the abolition. That's not right. Abolition of net neutrality. There we go. Do me a favor. The next time I tell you, if I keep repeating it, this means you need to listen. The next time I tell you to put out content, stop waiting 5 hours to make it perfect. Put out the content. I'm talking to everybody now. Let me tell you how I got it written down. Would you like to see how I got it written down? Here's how I got it written down. Stop taking 5 hours to make the perfect post because you want to look good. Your audience wants you to make them look good. They don't care if you look good. Did that make sense? Yeah. I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you right now. By show of hands. Now, this is only for the brave folks, okay? Only for the brave folks. Only for the transparent folks. How many of you watch all my content just so you can steal from me? Come on. Come on. Well, I designed it that way.
I take everything, Antonio, put it on the cybersecurity underground. Take everything. And I charge $1.
Look,
I charge $1.
Look, even Tiffany steal from me, and she built it with me, right? But like, seriously, I designed it to where 85% of y'all should be like, man, every time he talks, he give me something. And look, then you should be repackaging it and teaching it yourself. You really should. You really should. I designed it that way. I know that you hear. There's a hijack, right? I get that. I understand that. And that's the real thing. Let me say, thank you for giving me permission. It is yours. Repackage it, right? Get these recordings. In fact, would y'all like me to teach you how to steal from me? I'm going to teach you how to steal from me. Listen to what I'm saying. Write those notes. And then what you do, okay, y'all write down for real. Okay, then come on. Let me pause. Let me slow down. I saw everybody lean forward. Like, okay, let me slow down. All right. All right. How to steal from Antonio. And while no one notices you did. How about that? Okay? You write down what I said. Then you write down what you thought about what I said. Then you write down, ooh, he reminded me of this when he said it, because I know this. Then you write down how it messed up when you didn't follow what I said, or how you think I'm wrong. Yes, I say it, give it away all the time. Now everybody's listening this time. Okay, you got me? You don't have me? I went too fast? Okay, Grace, I went too fast. You saved y'all. You write down what I said, then you write down what you thought about what I said. 1 and 2. Write down what I said, then you write down what you thought about what I said. Then you use me to jog your memory. Ooh, he reminded me of something. Because I remember in one class, or one time I was, right, you write that down. Then you write down, am I going too fast? You know I talk fast. You got it? Okay. Then you write down how you think, how you agree with what I said, or how you think it's stupid of what I said. Either one works. Now watch this here. Then you write down how you messed up when you didn't do what I said, or how when you did what I said, you won. You write that down. By the time it come out, Muncie, that's your stuff. I mean, I just gave the whole game away, man. I just gave the whole game away, right? That's your stuff. By the time it come out that way, that's your stuff. It won't sound like me, right? And you got 5 other elements there making it you. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you do that. Stop waiting 5 years. I'm almost done at the end of my presentation. We're going to open up for a long Q&A. All your money should be going to Facebook and Instagram ads right now. Now, this one, you don't have much time left for this. If you don't have a marketing budget, you're already out of business. If you're still on Google AdWords, you're doing good. That's cool. That's cool. It just costs more. Facebook and Instagram are undervalued because not too many people are doing them yet. By not too many people, how many of y'all have seen a McDonald's ad on your timeline? Never. Never. Nope. Never. You haven't. How many of you have seen a Coca-Cola commercial on your timeline? It wasn't on YouTube. It was a sponsored ad on your timeline. Never. How many of you have seen Chiquita Bananas on your timeline? Anybody? No? The Hilton. How many of you seen the Hilton? The Hilton on your timeline. You seen it? Yes? Okay. You seen it? Okay, cool. How many of you have seen Toyota on your timeline? The MGM Grand. No? No. Pay-per-view boxing. I'm not saying on there. I'm talking about as an ad. No? Here's why. Because they are still in bed with the cable TVs, and they got to swap that money. And they still don't have someone like me telling you, bro, why are you still doing commercials? How many of y'all, as soon as the commercial hit, you pick up your phone? That number should be almost in the 90s. 90%, 95, might even be 100%. As soon as the commercial hit, you pick up your phone and you go, all right, let me see what's going on my Facebook real quick. Come on, don't lie. We don't even pay attention to commercials.
Commercials, what are they?
Yeah. Right? We don't. We just absolutely don't. But they still throwing out. But here's what's going to happen. You got about 2 to 3 years left before they start throwing a $300 million budget on Facebook and Instagram. Then we can't compete no more. You got about 3 years. I would give you 2.5, 3 years. At some point, it's going to happen. How many of you really like vlogs? Vlog, Gary Vee vlog. I got a vlog. You follow me around every day, et cetera, et cetera. Will Smith came over here, put all of us out of business. Yeah. With his fine, talented self. Came over here, start vlogging, and then Jada came with her Red Table Talk. They got nominated for a Daytime Emmy. That don't even make no sense, y'all. How you get nominated for a Daytime Emmy and you're not even on TV? So now you can't do Red Table Talk, your own version, because they're going to say you trying to be like Jada. These celebrities are wising up. Why? Because people like me make more money than A-list celebrities. Does that make sense to you, Jerome? YouTube stars. There is a kid that my son's been watching for 4 years. His name is Ryan. He does toys reviews. He's one of the top paid YouTubers. He's clocking in $25 million a year. You know how many actors in Hollywood are not? That would put him in the top 1% of actors. He's 6. My grandmother would say, well, don't worry about what she would say. Let's say my auntie would say something. He ain't got no half somewhere, but my auntie crazy. Don't worry about it. You got to know her, right? You got to know her. You got to know her to love her. But absolutely. He's not even old enough to know stuff. He got more money. John, let me hear from you.
So I want to tell you about a YouTube channel I was introduced. It's, I don't know if y'all seen it. It's a grandfather out of India, and he feeds the orphanage every 2 times a week. He has over 4 million subscribers, and each one of his videos gets upwards of a million views. And they figure he's making about 2 to 3 million from all this. And he's just,
Absolutely.
and it's just him and his sons feeding orphans, you know, on an open fire, you know, and it's just a feel good thing. So, you know.
That's a good life, man. Imagine getting out the shower, going in your living room or turning over a fire and making $2 million. I currently right now, well, every time someone advertises with me, I make anywhere between $35 to $300 on my podcast. Imagine, Muncie, running your mouth and getting paid $300 to do so. That's a good life. Because I got mad. You know what? Can I break it down to y'all? If you ever wanted to see how far ahead of the game I am, okay? I have, you know what? I think I'm going to just share my screen again. I think I should do that. I think I should share my screen again because I'm almost done anyway. I'm going to share my screen again and maybe we can make it make sense. We're going to wrench around and wrench it off again. Okay. All right, so while this is loading up, I want you to understand, Darius, that I get paid to do podcasts. Bruh, I don't never sit down and do a podcast. I don't. I got 9 podcasts. I never sit down. It's not pulling up. That's okay. I got 9 podcasts. I never sit down. Oh, here it is. I never sit down for a podcast. I don't go in no studio and do no podcast. I tell people I'm in the studio. No, I ain't. I'm on the road in my office. I strip the audio for what I'm doing. The camera on me 24 hours a day. Somebody ain't. I think Muncie may have. Muncie may have got that one. Muncie may have got that one. She cocked her head back like Tiff. Like, hold on now. Yeah. She may have got that one. She may have got that one. That's important for y'all to understand. I literally don't sit down and do stuff, and I get paid for it because I'm always doing stuff. All right, let me show you. See if we make it make sense right now. Right now, here's a few podcasts, okay? Look, today, I'm rocking with 7,000 downloads today. Today. Top platform, Apple. Temp is about to move this one and this one to her platform because she's rocking it out on these two with that big hair. Y'all see it? Y'all see the big hair? Here's my number one part. I dropped this episode today. Look, I dropped this episode today at 9 in the morning, my time. It's already got 473 downloads. I never look. You can put Castbox logo in front of me right now. I won't know. But here's what you need to see, Chantel. That says 92% mobile. And I don't even know what wearable means. That means somebody in the iWatch. Okay. So that's mobile too. I need you to understand something. I am 98% with people. Oh, come on. Somebody ain't get that. Come on. Do you understand how much money you can make when your customer take you with them everywhere they go? But you don't get this far until you start dropping content. The name of this class, it's like 6 times I did it, is the internet. This is the very last chance you get to make some money. And the dominant culture is trying to take that from you with by abolishing net neutrality. And the next time I tell you to drop some content, Stop waiting 5 hours to make it perfect and just drop it. Remember I said, how many of y'all want to steal from me? That was me proving that you don't care if I look good. You care if I make you look good to your audience. Come on, don't lie to me. Don't fool me now. Don't fool me. You want to take what I do, take it back to your people and be like, yeah, I did that. That's me. I did that. Pay me. Come on. Right? Come on, pay me. The next time you're on a radio show and you say something that you, oh, man, I remember Antonio said, boom. And you say it. And I'm like, man, you're so smart. I am smart. I do a lot of research. I sure do, right? Y'all don't care. Right now, I have no shave. I normally shave. Well, I've been doing pretty good lately. Tomorrow's my shave day because I made it up just now on the call. Okay? I don't look good in the face, although my face is perfectly symmetrical. It's great. It's chocolatey. This is a good-looking face, y'all. This is a good-looking face. Okay? The way it got put together, I'm telling you, the universe did a good job on this one. But what? Look, this Zoom call isn't 1080, 1920. It's Zoom. And the only people who care about that are the people who are looking for an excuse not to do work and get money. They want to look at this and go, you know what? I just don't like the quality. No, that ain't the truth. You saying you don't like the quality because you don't want to do the hard work I just told you to do. That's the real truth. You took what Darryl calls the path of least resistance and talked about me instead of went inside of you and talked for you. That's what happened. Okay? That's what actually happened. Your customers, ladies and gentlemen, they don't care about if your beard is trimmed or if your edges is laid and whatever thing you gotta be talking about. Okay? Can I come watch you and you make me look good when I finish watching you? Let that be a lesson to you. Because your customers don't care if you look good. They only care if you make them look good. If you hit nothing else, your customers do not care if you look good. They only care if you make them look good. That's all. John, let me hear from you.
That's the big takeaway that I've gotten. I'm about to really put myself out there and do the videos again. But the biggest change when I first started doing the videos way back last year was I just don't care anymore about what I look like or what I sound like. It's more about the message I'm trying to put out there. And I'm about to turn Race to 5,000 into that video in some kind of podcast that I'm going to share out for other podcasters to fill up some of their content.
That's fantastic. Now, Obi, I love him. I just don't care what I sound like no more. I don't care what I look like. Yeah, I mean, seriously, no, we're not talking about professionalism. We're talking about using the excuse to have everything perfect so you don't actually do something. You got me? That's important, and don't do that. You just don't want to do that. I pray that none of you do that, okay? Now let's get to some fun stuff. Okay? Ken has his hand up. Okay, let me see. So I'm like 5 minutes in. 5 minutes done. We're going to open up the Q&A. Ken, let me hear from you.
Well, I can wait to the Q&A if you want, man.
Okay, well, you're the first one to Q&A. Here we go. 5 minutes left, but I want to show you something. I want to share my screen, and I want to show y'all some real data. First off, let me say it this way first. All I do, y'all, is I listen to what the 1% is doing. The top 1% is teaching their children Mandarin, because Mandarin is the #1 language in the world by population, and it's the fastest growing economy in the world where they speak it. The top 1% is teaching their children Mandarin. Antonio T. Smith Jr. is teaching his children Mandarin. Somebody missed the lesson. You should have paid attention. Facebook had a conference. It's called F8 Summit. I watched all 3 days. Apple had a conference. I watched all 2 days. Google had a marketing live conference 2 weeks ago. I'm on it, Muncie. I'm on it. I missed it live, but I registered for it. I just finished day 1 this week. Now I'm on day 2. It's incredible. And what I'm about to show you comes straight from Google as of 2 weeks ago. You're going to even see it in the screenshots. Here we go. The first screenshot I have to share with you is Google says 1 billion people will stream music this year. Look, ads, innovation, keynotes, feature, right? Look, this is real talk. Like I screenshotted this while watching it. Like I'm not even, it's tagged. Like I'm not even fronting. Like this is here. Look, this is, y'all see that? I need to, you want to do that? Look at that, 1 billion people. Now guess what? I knew that already. You know what I did, Jerome? Oh, y'all like that motivational speaking? Ah, man, you like that? I bet you won't go to iTunes right now or your favorite platform. There's one called Doozer and all that stuff. I bet you won't type in Antonio T. Smith Jr. As a matter of fact, I'll show you something even better. Let's just take this here real quick. Pay attention. And let's see if we can make some sense of this here. Because I already knew. And what you do is you come in, you type in Antonio T. Smith Jr. in Google, and the first thing that pops up is not me as a speaker. What that says? Oh, come on. Y'all ain't, I don't think y'all paying attention. Then it says I'm on iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spotify, and giving you top songs, plus 15 more. Because I got that. This is what I did, Monty. I said, I use a different word, you know what I'm saying? And I stretched it out like Shaq do, you know what I'm saying? And I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take some motivational speeches. I'm going to just drop some music behind them. I'm going to put that out there as an album. Put it under hip-hop. And people went got it. I was on iHeartRadio last year, or was that this year? One of these years. It's very recently. Because of that. I dominate iTunes right now because of that. I'm on Spotify. You can literally, my kids do it all the time at the house. They go, Alexa, play Antonio T. Smith Jr. And I swear to you, Alexa then plays Antonio T. Smith Jr. in music. Okay, all right. Hey, you put me up on iTunes? Share your screen. She put me up on iTunes. Share your screen. She's sharing her screen. You need to be able to dominate. When I tell you I dominate, I ain't playing no games. Look at that. All the podcasts. Go ahead. You can just go to songs, music. Look, Antonio, artists and more. Hip hop, rap. Come on, y'all. I ain't rap. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the popularity. Nah, go back to the popularity, son. Look at the popularity. All right, you stop. Appreciate you. Yo, I own everything, Muncie. It ain't take me nothing. I just got my microphone, studio somewhere, put that joint together, bought a few beats. Now I'm there forever. All right, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. The next one I want to show you, real quick, next one I want to show you is not only, I gotta close up this stuff. There we go. Not only is 1 billion people on stream. Do you see that? See, whenever I get data like that, and y'all go, well, I don't have a product to fit that. That don't mean nothing to me. I go make a product to fit that. I can't see y'all faces, but I sure wish somebody felt that right now. Okay, all right, Muncie got it. She turned her whole head sideways. Here's the next one. 85% of users, okay? 85% of users increase in mobile podcast searches in the last 2 years. They searching for podcasts. 85% up. Why you not releasing podcasts? Okay, we'll do another. Just got a few more. We'll do another. Ken, get ready. Sharing my screen. Look at this one. 73% of all households have connected TVs. Okay. All right, that makes sense to some of y'all. By show of hands, who watches me on YouTube in their house on their television, or anybody like me? See?
Nobody likes you. However, the TV we've got in the bedroom is connected to the internet, and it spends 95% of the time on YouTube.
See? There you go, right? People are connected. Y'all probably don't have connected TVs, or y'all just ain't with it. But remember, I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, I purposely target 5-year-olds and 10-year-olds like the cigarette companies did. So by the time they 20 and ready to buy, they in love with me and loyal, because I've been targeting them. That's why I dominate YouTube the way I do. That's why I'm getting ready to start a whole TV show with me and my boys about building their gaming empire. And why am I doing that? Because my boys got friends and they need to be my customers. That was for Chantel. There was a hidden message in there, Chantel. There was a hidden message in there. All right, couple more, because I don't want you to think, you know what I'm saying, hey, you know, this is just what he's saying, but them ain't real numbers. No, these is real numbers, because Google said it, okay? Google said it. These is real numbers. Here's another one. Oh, I pray everybody over 40 listen to this here. We'll see.
I just want to say real quick, Antonio, all of us on the call are only 21. We're only 21. So
21, okay.
All of us on the call.
Okay, well, there you go. I forgot about that. Change in traditional TV viewing. Look where it's down at, right? But it's also down here too. The only place it's up is your grandmother. So she said, I ain't got time to be learning no new nothing. Child, get that internet stuff away from me. I'm 98 years old. Go and put that TV on channel 11 and keep it there all day. If y'all are trying to do TV or advertise on TV, or if you wait until they figure out who's they, the big companies, that they ads ain't working no more, they're going to come right on your timeline and take away your customers because you're not advertising. And let me tell you something. I don't leave money on the table like that. I just don't do it. 18 to 49. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this one real quick. Get ready, Ken. Give me 1 minute. I'm coming to you. I'm going to scroll quickly past these here. I'm going to put them all on one screen a different way. Share my screen. Boom. And then where's my little greenage? Boom. Here we go. 18, more than half of 18 to 49-year-olds in the U.S. are either light viewers of TV or do not subscribe to TV at all. I'm one of them. I have no cable. I've been cable free for 6 years now. My whole house is Roku. YouTube searches, YouTube reaches more 18 to 49-year-olds, so all networks combined. TV versus digital spending. This is the most important slide so far. I buy ads. 5 years ago, no one bought digital ads. 20% more has bought now. Not 80%, 20%. That means it's a whole 80 not left. 40% bought ads 5 years ago. Now they down to 6%. 55% of Google searchers then go to YouTube to learn more before they buy. I'm gonna say this again. So this is now the most important slide. 55% of Google researchers then go to YouTube to find out if they can buy more. What does that mean? Hey, my name is Femi. I'm gonna tell you about Antonio Smith. Really? Yeah, tell me about him. Oh yeah, he does this, and then they take their butt to YouTube and they go follow me. Or actually, before they follow me, they go research me. Check that out. They go research me. And here's what happens. Then they decide if they gonna listen to you by what they saw, not by how you sold. If that don't make sense, I'm gonna say it like this here. Muncie, if you don't have stuff on YouTube to where they can go research you after someone told them about you, or after your picture told them about you, you're fundamentally irrelevant. If you're not setting up your hairdresser to have YouTube videos, if you aren't doing your math classes to have YouTube videos, if your nonprofit don't have no YouTube videos, and 55% of the people who are searching to buy then go to YouTube to see if you're the truth, you're fundamentally irrelevant. Q&A. Ken, you first.
Man, how can you even follow that? You know, how can you even?
Man, you know me, I came to kill.
So,
okay, to kill. Long Q&A. Go ahead.
All right, man. So you touched on quality and stuff like that of content. I have this friend, right? Like, you know, back in high school, you had this friend that liked a girl. You just asking for a friend. So I'm asking for a friend that creates some videos for, without getting into details, creative videos for a business project. We'll call it like that. And so this friend has, you know, very high quality type of person, very, you know, strict on quality, and noticed some issues with the videos that they didn't like. But the question I have specifically is, if you have content like that, as someone creating content that's not going on like a social media platform or something like that, what is your recommendation? Do you recommend they send that off and get feedback from others on that, like others that might be involved in the project? Or do you feel that they should listen to what they're kind of what they like to do, their preference as far as quality? And we'll just pretend my friend has a lighting issue with video.
Gotcha. Gotcha. You got two options you can go here. One option is your preference. The other option is what works. Okay. Now, you always want to go with what works, but you also want to trust your gut. Now, I'm unmuddy the waters here. In scenario one, you are smarter than your customer, and you are saying, customer, this is a problem. Or excuse me, your friend is saying, this is a problem.
Yeah, my friend.
And your friend. And I'll wait until I'm satisfied with it so I can put it out. While that sounds good, because none of us want to put out stuff that's crap product, right? And that's where it comes down to, the crap product. Is the content good? Yes. Is this right? This, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Now, here's how you decide. Is your friend's product crap product?
So in my opinion, with just some of the video quality, yes, but the content is phenomenal. That's where that's kind of where it's torn, right? Because the content, the presentation, all that stuff is really spot on. It's literally just my friend, of course. It's just literally a matter of lighting in the video looks off, and the question is kind of like, is somebody viewing that? Are they going to look at it in the context of this being, for a business and not like social media posts, are they going to look at that and say, you know what, I would have bought from you, but I see that, that lighting or whatever, it doesn't look professional, or I don't care about all that stuff because I'm only listening to what you're saying and, and you're teaching.
Fair enough.
Antonio,
Fair enough. Can you duplicate? Yes, sir. Go ahead, Jerome.
Can I comment on that?
That's this whole section.
Yeah, please do.
In reference to Ken, my advice would say, listen to
It's
Antonio.
not Ken. It's Ken's friend. It's his friend.
Yeah, my friend.
I'm telling Ken to tell his friend to listen to Antonio, and here's why. Antonio spoke about an individual, and I didn't comment on it earlier, but I'm going to comment on it now. And I think I know who he's talking about, because I think I've talked to this individual, and they've shared their concerns to me about this guy named Antonio. And I listen to what they say, and what I hear them saying goes back to the mindset that Antonio's taught us about, where some of us allow the things that we've been taught to block us instead of moving forward. Like you say, waiting for content, waiting for this, not taking advantage of what's there. And while we're doing that, we're losing money. This individual is a very smart person, is doing financially, not dominating. You know why they're not dominating? Because they won't let that mindset go. And when they look at Antonio, they see those little chinks, they see those little flaws, they see that little dumb stuff that doesn't add up to the mindset, and they're leaving money on the table. And you know what? I'm going to end up passing that person, and I'm going to come back to him later and say, I wanted to tell you then, but I knew I couldn't get past that because I couldn't get past me when I first started with Antonio. But I'm past that now, and I'm listening to him. And guess what? He's going to make me a lot of money. I'd say listen to Antonio. That's all I wanted to say, Antonio.
Cool. No, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Wow, there you go. Now, let's unmuddy the water real quick. So I'm going to address you, Jerome, then I'm going to come back with you. Back to Ken's friend. I don't give a flip about what Jerome's friend is saying about me. Let me just tell you, okay? Because this here is not the main product of this company. This is meant to be a high quality product with a low cost. This product here. Why would I give it away for free, right? Can we think about it for a second, right? There's a whole back everything of 4K cameras and all sorts of stuff. So for you to knowingly see something public and then say, well, I don't think that whatever, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem, especially when you broke it in me. You understand? And all of you need to adopt that attitude. Please, not only is this not the main product, but this ain't the main product in the main product. It's not. I was explaining to somebody yesterday, the general public sees what I do and they go, wow, oh my God, this is amazing. I can't believe this guy's this good. I can't believe this company is good. And you know what? They never see what Chantel sees almost every week. Did y'all know that the general public has no idea about the secret Facebook group? They have no idea about the mastermind. They've never seen this stuff, Chantel. They've never seen a Tuesday call, a Thursday call, right? Or a Friday call. They've never seen it whatsoever. They have no idea about the different login that you can see the back office, right? They have no idea about the certification. They just don't know. And they're going, wow, I can't believe it's that good. Muncie just said I had no idea, right? Like, literally, she just became a customer. And she opened it up. And that's just one level. So you don't ever let someone tell you something that you know is right. Got me? Which leads me perfect to you, Ken. It sounds like you know that you're right. Now, my question to you is, can you duplicate what you said is phenomenal?
Yeah, I mean, so my friend in this case ordered some new lighting, and based off this friend's experience in filming things, this is an easy fix with new lighting. You know, my biggest thing, you know, because I mean, you guys know I've got a few million students across the board in cybersecurity, and so I'm the type of person that like let me just get it done, right? But something like this, I don't equate it on the same level as like a ups and whatever. So that's kind of where the question arose at. And so I think you know I just want to kind of talk through it a little bit. You've obviously answered my question. Jerome chiming in helped as well. I think what I'm going to do is tell my friend to just send on the stuff that's already filmed, and then you know it can always be refilmed. You know, you can always refilm something real quick.
That's smart.
And I think that's, you know, to me, like I said, done is done. And I do that with my online course to do that. That was my biggest hang up there was I know what this friend is involved in, and I know the level that this can go to. And so I just wanted to make sure that, you know, that the correct decision was kind of talked through on it.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And that's what you should do, right? Send it off, because there's some software that can actually brighten up lights and stuff, and if it works, it works. If not, you just re-record it, right? You start now and you re-record, because that's what I was trying to lead him to, because the iPhone 1, Muncie, wasn't perfect. Neither was Microsoft 96 or Windows 96. You get it? It just wasn't. And Apple wouldn't be a $1 trillion company if they waited till everything was perfect. Got me? All y'all need to move forward. John Nowinski, you had a question.
No question. I just wanted to follow up in that. I've been working on a product that I'm about to release. And the awesomeness about this product that I'm about to release is that it's going to open itself up to all kinds of content that I'm going to be able to put out. And the cool thing, like I keep saying, I really don't worry about the way it comes across. I'm just more focused on the content. And I'm one of those that I can watch a video and the quality's not that good, but I don't care because I'm more interested in the content. And I think a lot of us are that way. So I would just say, release what you got and move on.
Adaptive. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's right on the same vein. So I forgot to tell you all, so I want you to ask me any questions. The name of this content was Internet's Your Last Opportunity to Make Money. So you should be asking me or making comments like John just did about how, in fact, let me just say it this way. I want all of you to be selfish, and I want you to talk about your business or your friend. Okay, or Grace had a hand up, or your friend's business like kid. Okay, go ahead, Grace.
My business is math related. It is, you can hear me?
Yep.
Business is math related. It's math, but it's geared towards students who are, you know, public school age or, you know, ages 5 to 18, and then also geared towards parents so that they can understand what their children are learning in the math class these days. Also teachers and adults who want to go back to school and math fears them. I've been told that math is boring, and this is what hangs me up on not doing videos, because I'm like, if it's boring, you're not going to watch it. So how do I make it appealing?
Now we got a couple of things going on here. For one, not a damn thought in your head is yours. Okay, let's just process that information. Is everyone processing that? Every thought that she has in her head is not hers. You love math, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, you understand? Like the thoughts in her head are not hers. Period. Point blank. And then she let some people who make less money than you, probably. You do know the people who criticize are people who are always doing worse than you, right? It's almost a law of life. You understand? Now, you don't listen to the feedback whatsoever. You listen to it at the same time, okay? There's two things you can do. Take it as a 1-star review, and you say, you know what? I just need to make mine fun. Because that's what I do. This is why every time these things are on, my whole swag is on. Because I'm not going to go, okay, guys, if we can flip to page 1, please. this will, right? That doesn't make sense. You get it? So you can turn on your personality, make it a tablet entertainment, which is why I got the tagline transportainment, which I need to get copyrighted, not copyrighted, trademark, right? Transportainment. Now, besides that, math is everywhere, isn't it? And everyone needs math. Then therefore, your customer was wrong. Were they even your customer? No. All right, let me say it this way. With the people who criticized, would they ever buy from you? Mute your mic and answer.
No.
All right, so we got a couple things going on. We got a couple things on. This is great. Thank you for transparency, Grace. Everybody listen to me. Stop listening to people who are not your customer. The person Jerome is trying to defend, me, that person ain't gonna buy from me, and they're not. It's probably, I'm assuming it's a male, and I'm assuming they're weak and their wife runs them, or something like that. Okay, no offense to any ladies. That's not what I meant, but I'm just saying, right? I attract strong men. I know what I attract. You know what I'm saying? Anyone, if Jerome, I'll mute your mic. Was I off in that description? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're absolutely. He's a strong. No, he is a strong male. Antonio, even though he's a strong male, he can't recognize that you're not in competition with him. That's what he can't recognize. That's the problem. You ain't in competition with him.
There you go.
And I will defend you and justify to him that you are what you are, because he's got to figure it out for himself. And I ain't got time. I got too much money to make.
Good stuff. I'm glad you don't have time. Good stuff. Everybody write this down. Stop chasing the wrong customers. Actually, there's no such thing as wrong customers. Stop chasing people who are not your customer. Stop chasing people who are not your customer. This is my personal favorite. Learn how to fire customers. I do that very well. There are some customers I remove from my organization, period, point blank. I just do. Their very presence is disruptive to the culture of my organization. Okay? I remove them. And this is the one thing, the Grace, you had those two right, but this is the one thing that you could have did better. Until 10% of your audience complains, it's not a complaint. Until 10% of the audience complains about Fig Credit Restoration. It's a real company on the call. If it ain't 10%, don't make no changes. I have 360,000 followers on Facebook. If 30,000 people say, hey, right? I'll give you a real example. When we started the Wednesday call for free, I had 2 people say, you know what, you should shorten it up. No, because the 2 people went in the 20%. I'm with the 10%. And why would you shorten up what's blessing you and giving you money? Until 10% of y'all come together and say, hey, man, that could be 15 minutes. I ain't doing it. This what you want, this what you're going to get until the customer changes it, right? Until the collective customer changes, or called the market. Got you, Grace? All right, come on. I want some more selfish questions. Who's got businesses? All right, Muncie's next. Hold on. I muted you.
So I have a question about YouTube. You said that we need to make YouTube and put something out there. How do you get YouTube followers if you have nothing, if you're just starting from scratch?
Yep. Well, first off, everyone starts from scratch, right? So remember that. That's just all of you remember that. It's one of these things that just lets you be comfortable in that. Has anyone seen me streaming video games lately? Has anybody seen that?
I have.
Okay, I'm doing it for my boys. I started that page. I just told them I started that page April 19th. What was that the date? April 9th this year. And as of this recording, it's May 29th. So we're talking a month and a half, 45 days. I got 26 videos up. The first 10 videos, nobody watched. The last video I just streamed, 1,000 people watched. Okay, you get it? You got to keep going. You got to keep moving forward. You got to keep, no matter what, you have to keep doing it. Because the content will catch on if it's relevant and if your audience likes it and if you're a resource. You understand what I'm saying? And check it out. I'm not even talking on these games for the most part. It's not even a video of me, right? It's not a video of me eating some Cheetos in a cool little race car chair, right? It's not me. It's not built on my personality. It's just built on the gameplay. Because I'm building this platform for my children, so when they come, it's already set. Because they want to be big YouTube stars. Now, what did I say all that for? I said all that to say this one thing here. YouTube is the hardest platform to build followers. But if you post every day, you're going to find we have a lady in our camp called Pam, or not called Pam Norris. Her name is Pam Norris. She's in the Netherlands right now. And her and everybody else, Ken is one of these people. Ken went all the way back to my videos. So I'm 50 pounds lighter, right? Terrible quality, and he's commenting on them. It took me a while to realize he's forensics guy. It took me a while. Totally took me a while to realize that was Ken.
That's a sign of a good hacker, Antonio. You can't figure out who they are.
Yeah, he's going way back, and that's the deal, man. When someone finally falls in love with your brand, they don't want to catch season 6, episode 3. They go all the way back to season 1, episode 1, and follow you and fall in love with you. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Did that help you? Yeah,
yep.
That's how you do that. Because remember, they're going to look you up on Instagram. I mean, well, Instagram too, because Instagram has video. They're going to look you up. And they're going to say, well, she ain't got no videos. I ain't buying from her. She don't have no content.
Wow. Okay. So I need to put videos on Instagram too then. Oh, geez.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, good. Appreciate you. John, then Robin.
I just wanted to say about the videos, just put them out there. Like I said, people won't watch and they'll finally find you. I have found that I posted on my Race to 5000, I posted me up on stage with Les Brown playing my air guitar, and now I am seeing about every day people are coming to the Race to 5000 to read my post, but then they see my video and they're starting to watch it, as silly as it is, but it gives me a oomph that I know that even though I'm not the best looking, sound the best, I have an audience out there that wants to see the ordinary kind of guy just put it out there.
That's all facts, man. That's all facts, and it's going to continue to be all facts. That's the way it works, right? People don't care. Listen, if you're relevant, the only way to be relevant is when you're a resource. If you're a resource, nobody cares. Oprah is super fine because she's a billionaire, right? And then before she was a billionaire, she was super fine because she thought she was. Y'all missed the point. Yeah, you totally missed the point. All her weight struggles or whatever you want to say, all that stuff, Oprah ain't care one bit. She was super fine, super rich before she was super fine and super rich. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what John Nowinski does, and I like that he does it a lot. John's going to step up. He's not going to care. That's how all of you need to be. And really, it's a self-esteem thing, okay? But let me get Robert real quick, and I'll come back to that. Robert, let me hear from you. Somebody be thinking more questions.
Okay, can you hear me?
Loud
Hello?
and clear.
All right, awesome.
Yes, loud and clear.
So, I've been in and out, but I have definitely been listening and trying my best to pay attention while I give my clients the attention that they need. But yeah, so when the young lady before John was talking about getting followers and starting something, starting your YouTube page. So I started a YouTube page years ago and didn't do anything to it. But I've been more so because I've been seeing you, Antonio, post the videos, even though I am nowhere near attracted towards videos at all. I am like anti-video gamer person. Okay, but I listen, okay? I listen.
Good.
I'm listening. But yeah, so I've been if you notice, I don't know if anybody noticed, but I've taken my videos that I post on YouTube and I share it on my Facebook. And because of that, before I only had like 12 subscribers. So while we were just on this call just now, I said, well, let me go and look at my subscribers and see if it risen any. And I have 16 subscribers.
Look at that.
Not only are they watching, because people watch all day long, but they don't necessarily subscribe. So for them to subscribe and then to say, hey, that means I want to know what else you're doing next. So it pushes you to do more. For me, it pushes me to do more videos. And even though my videos have been based on what am I doing with, me living in a tiny home, just my life and being transparent in that space. So, but I think that's true. So my thing that I deal with is paralysis by overanalysis and going through the thing of the keywords. So understanding the keywords, what words to use, so the description and how to put all of this stuff in and to get more viewers, more followers, and just try not to get so all in here. So I can actually get the work done. So how do you deal with getting over that paralysis by over analysis? Seriously.
Yep, you got to get so it's two things then now. I'm gonna work backwards to the one that's the least important, just the one you brought up twice. So analysis and paralysis, that's you operating in the fear of things because you're trying to control the outcome that doesn't exist yet. And since you don't want a certain outcome, you're stuck trying to control that outcome, right? That's that one. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is you come from the generation that you was told it better be perfect. As a matter of fact, you black from that generation. So you was told as a woman, you got to do twice as much as a man. And as a black woman, you got to do 2 times more than that, what I just said, right? You come from that cloth. And that cloth is still in your head. You need to release that. You need to release that. Because the YouTube era don't care about perfection. The YouTube era cares about, can I come over here and learn this as fast as possible? When the crowd wants perfection all over again, then you go back to perfection. You get it? The problem is y'all hear me, I'm not in your generation, so you have different problems. I don't have to worry about the problem of do it right, or if you want something done, you better do it yourself. Nope. You raised me, Robin, Daryl, and you said, don't be by yourself. Don't be a loner. Don't be racist, right? You said, give it all you got. Yeah, fiber equals not doing it by yourself. You can do fiber too, it gets to perfection, right? You taught me to play with others. So now we grow up building teams. I've been having a team since I was 14. I was running the whole crew. 14. We've been having a team, right? You just got some other people's thoughts. You got some cultural and generational thoughts in your head that are just stopping you from doing this. But that culture and that generational thoughts, they're not actually doing good in the information age, right? So you just want to release that. It's not something you'd be upset about, nobody. You just release it, right? You don't give it no energy. You just relax and you release it. You put out that content, period. You just put it out. You just don't put out crap content. Crap content and you not being Steven Spielberg and having a professional production crew behind you is two different things. You know what I'm saying? You turn your phone sideways and you put out good content. Y'all are here on this call because the content's good. Right?
The fact that you just said about turn your phone sideways, I have to keep reminding myself, turn your phone sideways, because all of my videos is just like this, and I'm like, oh no, that's so wrong. But I'm like, you know what?
Yes, it's
what
wrong.
I say is good. So what I'm saying is good. So at least I'm like, the work is, my content is good.
Yeah.
So they kind of excuse it. But then you'll see, like, you'll see in some of my future videos, like, part of the video will be like this, and the other part will be, because I got to train the mind.
That's right.
Because we're
That's
so
right. Well,
used
here's
to
a good
holding
thing.
our phone like this.
Yep. Well, here's a good thing. If your videos are less than 10 minutes, you're ready for IGTV. Since you recorded like this, portrait. Since you recorded portrait, all your videos can go on IGTV right now, no problem. You will win immediately. IGTV wants portrait mode. So there are no mistakes. You accidentally set yourself up to be to dominate the world's #1 social media platform. So good job for you for accidentally doing great. Let's clap for her. Come on.
Yeah, now,
give us some good
that's
energy.
what I have been doing. I've been taking my videos and putting it on IGTV, and it'll say, it'll actually like, do you want to do the whole video? So it'll break it up for you, and I like that they're doing that now. It'll break it up for you, so I can have a 20-minute video, and they will break the video up. And so if somebody say, like, I was watching Gary Vee, and it said, do you want to watch the full video? And I was like, oh. So people will still get the whole thing without having to go, okay, I got to look for what came next after that. So
that's right. Thanks. That's right. Yeah, they IGTV. That's called a preview. They put the preview there for you, so you can. Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm glad you got that. Good stuff. Chantel.
Well, I just wanted to bless my girl Robin real quick, because something that an experience I had this weekend with my childlike self that I was able to really explore and bring out. It really helped me with my videos I've made this week, really tapping into my childlike self. Yeah. I had a really big moment. So when she asked that question, my thought went straight to personal development, Antonio, as you said, fear and all the other stuff. It went straight to that. So hope, that could bless you, really tapping into your childlike self and like exploring that. I really do not have a question, because I know everything I need to do. And I don't mean to say that like that.
No, you're good.
I could dig something up. but no, I want to say it to Robin, definitely.
Well, I'm glad you said that. I could dig something up. Let me share something with y'all real quick. Most of you, and as we continue to grow, it's going to be a good 30, not most, it's going to be a good 20% of you, you're never going to buy from me. Never. You're going to be loyal. You're going to tell the whole world about me. You're going to say, oh my God, this man changed my life. You're going to get rich and be on CNN and Larry King Live. You're going to be like, it's Antonio Smith. And you're going to do your own program and say, no, Antonio Smith, then you're never going to buy from me, because you don't necessarily need to. You understand what I'm saying? What's going to happen is I'm just going to be one of your internet mentors that got you to that level. Pay attention, because I'm going somewhere. And you have a purpose, because without you, I don't know if y'all have y'all screen like multiple, or if you're on the phone, you got to scroll a few times to get past all these people. Some of you who will never buy from me, you serve a great purpose because you're present. You're an extra number on Facebook Live. You're an extra square on Zoom. You serve your purpose. I pour into you, you show back up by being present. There is a ministry in being present. So don't let your numbers fool you, right? People and customers have their place even if they're not buying from you. Remember that. It's important. It's also liberating as well. It's liberating for you as a consumer and as a producer. As a producer, don't get mad at people because they're not buying. You don't have to, man. You at this season of my life, you give me just enough because, right, or whatever, right? And it took me, 2 years to actually, you know what? I love Gary Vee. I've never bought anything from Gary Vee. Yes, I have. It took me 2 years to buy from Gary Vee. It was his books. 2 years. I just had no reason to buy from them. I consume them every day, right? And I buy a lot of Grant Cardone stuff, right? You get what I'm saying? So remember that, y'all. All right, let's keep going. Who's got some selfish questions about how to make sure you get rich over the internet? Selfishness? Anybody? All right. I must have put all the meat off the bone. So here's what I want you to do. There's some intelligent people. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So this new product that I'm working on, I'm actually reaching out to many others and showing them that because of what they're doing is going to lead their customers needing my service. So I've actually got 2 people lined up, and they've got a whole lot of customers that are going to need my service when they're done with them.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And that's going to keep happening, y'all. And I want all of you to start practicing group economics, because listen, ain't nobody doing this. And I know I got degrees, but allow me that colloquialism. Ain't nobody doing this. There's not a platform where you can come together and learn from each other and get some top-notch stuff and some people share their screen and then give you permission to be like, hey, you ain't got to buy, it's all good. It's still for me, right? Ain't nobody doing that. Nobody's doing that. And that's your prerogative, and that's okay. However, there are some people. I am still looking. I am creating my own Shark Tank. I'm picking the best people, the best futures. I'm looking for some vaccines. I'm out there. I'm telling you, I'm looking for some folks that got some real good companies that I can invest in and move forward. Now, the easiest way for me to find you is if you sign up for the freshman level courses, right? The easiest way. You see what's behind the scenes, you get all in, and then you go, whoo, man, that was great. We got a few of you. We can take on 7 more of you tonight. 7. If it's 8, 9, 10, reach out and we'll see what we can do. We'll offer something special, okay? Get back with the person who invites you to this call, please, by all means. And it's free. Like, the sign up is free, okay? There's some Femis out there. There's some Chantels, some Jeromes out there. Go back, go into, and do me a favor. The only thing I ask, I'm already paid. You understand what I'm saying? The only thing I ask is that you take this call and you give it away. That's it. That's all I ask. All I ask is that you stop hoarding prosperity. And next Wednesday, you share it. And you share it. And you share it. Because, and TD Jake says this. Hold on, let me get Chantel. Go ahead, Chantel. I almost missed you. No, you good.
Okay, so I'm going to say I do have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and you just brought up group economics again?
Absolutely, I always will.
So it really has me going right now. I did something where I decided to let go of a collaboration.
Good. Oh, you know what? I saw that today. Sure did. I saw that.
Yeah, it was tough, but I did it because I thought of group economics. So my question is, when you are collaborating with somebody, like Antonio, I'm really curious. Are you I know you're strategic with who you're collaborating with, and I want to know, should I consider me wanting to buy from that person, or me benefiting from that person if I'm collaborating with that person? Because what I did was I took myself away because I felt like this person was my client more than somebody I should be collaborating with.
Yeah, I got you. All right, here we go. I want to share my screen. I follow these rules. I've said it before. If you missed it, don't worry. I speak so high up here at times that it catches a few times for you to catch it so you can get it next. I'm talking to everybody. I'm going to teach you what I call my strategic alliance plan. But I didn't make it up. I got it from Scott Bedbury, one word, Bedbury. He is almost solely responsible for taking Nike from the number 3 company in America to the number 1 company in the world. At the height of that, he then went to Starbucks and took it from a regular coffee company to the number 1 coffee company in the world. The name of the book is called New Brand World. He is an excellent marketer, and now I'm going to give you the strategic plan that he put out in his book, that I use it, and it's made me a lot of money. And most importantly, Chantel, it stopped me from attaching myself to a lot of people. Share my screen. Here we go. There's that. And share button here. And then we'll share and see what pops up. There we go. All right. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to blow this up so you can see it, because that's pretty small. I'm thinking, general rule of thumb, you take the average of your audience. And if the average audience age is 24, we're going to put it at 48. Okay, now everyone can see this clearly, yes? Mm-hmm. Strategic alliance plan. Consider this when aligning with other companies, okay? Now I have the dark theme on my Mac, so please excuse me for that. Can y'all see all 5 of these at one time on your screen? Can you see all 5? Number 5 is cut off? You see all 5. Screenshot this right now. Screenshot it. If you got a Mac, Command-Shift-4. I have no idea how you screenshot on a PC. It's been too long. If you're using your cell phone, you know how to screenshot. Screenshot this right now. You see all 5, right? The last word on number 5. Hold on. I can fix that for you real quick. Wait a minute. Fix that for you real quick. You got better? All right. So now you got all 6. Can you see all 6? All right. Screenshot this. Screenshot it. What I'll even do is I'll put it in chat too. Chat also, I should say. And I'm almost positive you can save the chat before we disconnect, okay? I'm going to do that. Everybody got that? Everybody got it? Good. In the mind of our customers, in the mind of Chantel's customers, will this alliance weaken the brand of her company? Making some sense now. Will Chantel have adequate control over her brand and how it will be used and displayed? Now, the answer to this one is obviously no. You stop right here and you say, I appreciate you. You do not let go. Go, you don't say get out of my life, but, we ain't connected. You understand? Now, will I have adequate control over my brand, how it's displayed? Now, I want to show you something. I left a prominent person because of this one right here. They were doing stuff that was so crazy, it started messing up my brand and how it was controlled and they environed it. Like, we're not going to do that. It's like, wait a minute. You got everybody thinking I'm tripping, right? No, we're not going to do that, right? You understand? Now, number 3, what is the long-term benefit of Chantel merging with the company? Number 4, what is the purpose of Chantel co-branding with this company? Is it to, 1, open new markets, or 2, create a new product? Got me? Number 5, what defines the measure of success for this joint venture with Chantel or this other person or company? And number 6, does Chantel have an exit strategy? If other person is hurting Chantel's company, how soon can she get out and at what cost? Is that fair? That has saved me so much money. I put it in chat for you as well, okay? I believe there's a way. I don't know how to do it, but you can actually save the chat. Chantel, did that bless you? Oh, she's clapping. Okay, so that you get it. I put it in chat. I'm hoping you take screenshots. My job is to make you filthy rich in a positive way, okay? You can have everything that, if every time I open up my mouth, steal it, Muncie. You take it. Don't you let me have it by myself. Abundance is meant to be shared. You understand what I'm saying? It's meant to be shared. Absolutely. So that fully answers your question. Now you have a strategic alliance plan. See, I don't connect with people. I strategically align with people. And a friend of mine taught me, don't even take photos with people if they don't match your brand. I stopped doing that. I literally stopped taking photos with people that I know is crooked, that I know you do your customers wrong. Dead serious. I'll take my photos down from my Facebook or social media because I know you did some customers wrong, right? We can't do that. That's just the truth. And the only thing you'll ever hear me speak is, well, I ain't got nothing bad to say about nobody. But your brand ain't fit the line with mine. That's fair, right? Okay, Chantel gets it. Good stuff. 7 of you. I'm very looking forward to 7 of you. Bureau of Diamond speakers, out Bureau of Diamond speakers. Get back with the person who invites you to this phone call. I am looking for the biggest, best, brightest companies, me and Tempest. That's how we got Ice Buddy. We're taking them to $1 billion level. It's free to get in. Get back with the person who called you. I definitely appreciate all of you for being here. I will never stop doing these calls as long as you want them. And I would never stop sharing my screen as long as that blesses you. I appreciate all of your energy. I'm so excited. Next Wednesday, have us back here. My name is Antonio T. Smith Jr. You can plant better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. See you next Wednesday.